Hello, world. It's Berto Prey 5, Kapla, and welcome to a little update here. It would appear that CBS All Access is just about dead. Yeah, CBS All Access launched in 2014. Uh, for all practical purposes, has already died. Viacom has had to come in and rescue it. Remember, Star Trek Discovery came out in 2017, and it was Les Munoz's plan that Star Trek Discovery was going to grow CBS All Access. And what happened, we don't know because they don't release numbers. But we can guess. It did not go well. So they doubled down with Star Trek Picard. Surely that was going to jumpstart the failing streaming service. And we can only guess again that it did not go well. So Viacom had to come in and, as an emergency measure, today, Thursday, July 30th, they gave 70 new series to CBS All Access. 70 new series from all their other channels. MTV, Nickelodeon, Smithsonian Channel, more. They give them 70 new series immediately. And they're going to keep adding to the new series throughout the year. And next year, in early 2021, CBS All Access is done. It's going to be rebranded. Now, they haven't come up with the name for the new Viacom CBS streaming service. But if you have a suggestion for it, please leave it in the comments below. In fact, I'm going to start a pinned comment with our best suggestions for what the new CBS All Access should be called. It's really going to be Viacom All Access because it's going to have a hell of a lot more Viacom and even Paramount content than CBS. The good news, if we could call it that, is that they're actually going to keep the same price. Now, for all its problems, CBS All Access at $4.99 for commercials and $9.99 a month for commercial-free content was actually one of the less expensive streaming services, and for good reason. It pretty much had crap content. But with the addition of Viacom and Paramount's, TV shows and movies, that changes a lot, and they're going to keep the same price. Now that puts a Viacom CBS All Access in a very good position, actually, compared to Disney Plus or HBO Max. They've got a lot more content. Also, they're already available on Roku and Amazon Fire TV, which HBO Max and the Peacock app is not, which, I didn't realize that was so big an issue until I realized I only have Roku and Amazon Fire TV. So if I want to watch Peacock, I either have to do it on my phone, which is stupid, or not watch it, which is fine because I really just don't care this much. Now, HBO Max, I can at least sideload onto my Amazon Fire TV, but it's no official app yet. So, what does this mean? Well, it says they're not going to change the price of the service, even though they'll be adding more than 10,000 episodes of new shows over the next 6 months. And that's Viacom CBS will officially relaunch in early 2021 with 30,000 TV episodes and movies from the company's library, including films from Paramount Pictures. So CBS is going to stay $5.99 a month with advertisements and $9.99 a month without, though the service's live programming includes commercials. Well, obviously, yes. If you're watching live, there's going to be commercials. That's really not a bad deal. in the Paramount movie vault, that would include all the Trek movies, the 6 original, the 4 next gen, and the 3 mistakes. Those will all be there. That's actually not that bad of a deal. Now, don't get me wrong. You totally want to keep your physical media, because who knows how long this will last for. But what are these new shows? What are these shows that are coming to the rescue? Okay, so here we go. In fact, already today, you see we've got content now broken up between CBS, BET, Comedy Central, MTV, Nickelodeon, and the Smithsonian Channel, which is actually one of my favorites. Because Star Trek Discovery and Star Trek Picard and Jordan Peele's Twilight Zone, they couldn't cut it. They couldn't cut it. So what is coming already, as of today, available now? We've got the crudeness of the original Ren and Stimpy show. Okay, space madness, marooned, Stimpy's invention, the crudeness that was the original Ren and Stimpy. It's here, all the seasons, But that's not it. We actually have, if you go to BET, the classic values of Everybody Hates Chris, which is actually a pretty good comedy if anybody's ever seen it. It's based on the stories of Chris Rock's life. He doesn't appear in the show, but he voices over, and the kid plays a younger Chris Rock. That's good stuff. We also have on MTV the toxic masculinity of Beavis and Butthead. Okay? They have to bring in Beavis and Butthead to save the streaming network. Celebrity Deathmatch is there too. That's not bad. But there's more. There's more. You go to Comedy Central, it's where it gets really fun. You get the white privilege, so-called white privilege, of Daniel Tosh. You've got Reno 911, a cop show. And the icing on the cake, the no fucks given political incorrectness of Dave Chappelle. Yes, it is awesome. It is uncensored. I already watched some episodes. Completely uncensored Dave Chappelle. All 3 seasons. They're here. And they're on right now. And this was an emergency measure. Because the political correctness of Star Trek Discovery, the insult that was Star Trek Picard, and the smugness of Jordan Peele's Twilight Zone, they failed. They failed. Star Trek Lower Decks remains to be seen. We'll see. We have less than a week. We'll know what happens. Not going to speculate. But as long as you're here, if you're using your free month to get CBS All Access, because Lower Decks starts in a week, check out the Smithsonian Channel. Specifically, they've got this little thing called Building Star Trek. And even though it's just a single episode,
1601.29.
So we don't want the volume. You might want to watch it. It's about the original series and the building of Star Trek. It's good stuff. So yeah, CBS All Access. Basically, they're holding the wake throughout the end of this year. Their last ditch. I mean, it's already done. They're already over. They're going to do 23 straight weeks of Star Trek starting this Thursday with Lower Decks. And then they're going into Discovery. And then it ends at the beginning of next year. But even if somehow Lower Decks turns out to be a breakout success, it's already over. They're done. CBS All Access is gone. What will take its place? Something new. It's going to have a new user interface. It's going to have a new name. The only thing staying the same is the price. And probably that's because they know they would have to drop everybody if they wanted to change the pricing too much. So I call this a victory. I called a victory. I called a victory that they had to bring in Dave Chappelle and Daniel Tosh and Beavis and Butthead and Ren and Stimpy to save the network, to save the series. Okay? The average age says it in here. The average age. Look at this. Where we were with CBS All Access, the average age of a user was about 43 or 44. That means half the people using CBS All Access were 44 or older. Now, listen, I'm 41. 44 is not that old when you think about it, but Jesus Christ. This is a streaming service. Streaming services should automatically skew lower. There's just not that many older people that are comfortable using streaming services. Mamo Pray, we all love Mamo Pray, but Mamo Pray doesn't even know how to put CBS All Access on. She can go to Facebook. She can go to Amazon. She can use her computer. She wouldn't know how to go to CBS All Access. So if your average age is 43 or 44 years old, my God, you are failing. So who is watching Star Trek Discovery? Because I think that's proof right there that Star Trek Discovery has no audience. Because it's not the 44, 45, 50, 60-year-olds watching Star Trek Discovery. We know that. We were being told it was bringing in the young generation, the young kids, a new generation. Well, where are they? They're not here. Okay? Can you imagine if you had an 18-year-old using CBS All Access, that would skew the age way down, way down. The math doesn't work. There are no fans of Star Trek Discovery, at least none to talk about. If the average age of a CBS All Access viewer is 43 or 44, basically, you know what that means? That means 45. The average age is a 45-year-old. Oh my God, what a total failure. I think this is a win. I think this is a win, whether you want to call it for the fandom menace, or you want to call it just for common sense, or good Trek. Whatever you want to call it, this was a win for good Star Trek. Okay, we need to take we need to give ourselves a thumbs up. We can't stop the fight. The battle's going to go on, but we got a little victory today, and not a lot of people noticed this article, so I'm putting it out there. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't need to go. You can go to the link. I'll put the link to the article in the description or the pinned comment somewhere if you want to read it. But we should all go to bed tonight or whenever you read this a little happier. Okay, we got a small victory. With that, guys, thank you so much. Check out BirdoPray5.com. I have a schedule of my live streams and other events. You can donate to the channel. You can check me out and all your so-called Birdo Pray 5 needs. Kapla all and bird out.